Have you ever wondered why some men walk into a room and instantly command respect? Not just from men, but from women too, while others struggle, get ignored, or worse, find themselves stuck in endless games, drama, and rejection. The difference isn't in their looks, it's not in their money, and it's definitely not luck. It comes down to behavior. Smart men understand that every action, and just as importantly, every inaction, sends signals louder than anything you could ever say. Women read those signals instantly, often without even realizing it. And here's the truth. Certain mistakes, silent, hidden mistakes, destroy attraction faster than anything else. The scary part, most men don't even realize they're doing them. They think they're being loving, thoughtful, or caring, but to her it comes across as weak, desperate, and deeply unattractive. That's why in today's video we're going to break down the 9 things smart men never do with women. If you catch yourself making any of these mistakes, it's time to stop immediately. And before we dive into the first one, let me remind you, if you want to master attraction, psychology, and relationships through the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, then subscribe right now. Don't wait until it's too late. These insights could save you years of frustration, heartbreak, and wasted time. All right, let's get into it. Mistake 1. Over-explaining yourself. Have you ever been accused of something by a woman? Or maybe she challenges you on why you did something, and your instinct is to launch into a long, drawn-out explanation to justify yourself. Most men do this. They think if they just explain enough, if they pile up enough words, she'll finally understand. But here's the truth. When you over-explain, you don't look clearer. You look guilty. You look uncertain. You look weak. Smart men understand that actions speak louder than words. If she doubts you, that's her choice. You don't need to beg her to see your side. A calm, short response carries more power than 100 desperate justifications. Mistake 2. Chasing women. This is one of the biggest attraction killers of all. When you chase a woman, you communicate that she's the prize, that your life is incomplete without her, and that you'll do anything to win her approval. But here's the secret. Women respect men who are grounded in their own value. Smart men don't chase. They attract by living with purpose, by standing firm, and by allowing women to come closer naturally. Because chasing doesn't just lower your value, it raises hers to the point where she loses respect for you. Mistake 3. Revealing too much too soon. We live in an age of oversharing. Everyone's blasting their entire life story on social media, and many men think that telling a woman everything about themselves right away builds trust. But it doesn't. It kills the mystery. Attraction thrives on curiosity. Smart men reveal themselves slowly, over time. They let her wonder. They let her ask questions. Because once you dump your entire life story on the table, the intrigue vanishes. And remember this, mystery isn't manipulation. It's pacing. It's letting things unfold at the right speed, not all at once. Mistake 4. Trying to fix women. This one is subtle. Many men think they're being good partners by constantly offering solutions when she complains, or by trying to heal her past wounds, or by believing they can change her behavior. But here's the Stoic truth. You cannot fix anyone. Smart men don't take on the burden of rescuing women. They listen, they empathize, but they don't lose themselves in her problems. Because the moment you start trying to fix her, you're telling her that you see her as broken, and that dynamic will eat away at attraction. Mistake 5. Neglecting your purpose. This one is absolutely crucial. Too many men abandon their hobbies, their goals, their dreams. The second they start dating someone, they make her the center of their universe. At first, she might love the attention, but very soon she starts to lose respect. Why? Because she wants a man with a mission, a man she can join on his path, not a man who abandons his path for her. Smart men never lose themselves in a relationship. Their purpose leads them, and everything else falls into place. Mistake 6. Competing for her attention. You've seen this play out at parties or in friend groups, men trying to one-up each other for her laughs, her validation, her approval. But here's the thing, smart men don't compete. Why? Because competing for attention communicates that her approval is scarce, that she's the prize and you're the contestant. A grounded man doesn't see himself as in a race. He knows his worth. He doesn't need to fight for her gaze. And ironically, it's the man who isn't competing who usually stands out the most. Mistake 7. Depending on her for happiness. This one is dangerous. So many men feel incomplete without a woman's love. They think her presence equals joy and her absence equals despair. But this is weakness. Your happiness has to be built within yourself, through purpose, growth, and discipline. A woman can add to it, but she should never be the foundation of it. Smart men don't outsource their happiness. They build it internally. And ironically, when you stop needing her for happiness, that's when she's most drawn to you. Mistake 8. Reacting emotionally to tests. Here's a hard truth. Women test men. It's part of human psychology. She might challenge you, ignore you, provoke jealousy, and if you react emotionally with anger, insecurity, or defensiveness, you instantly show her you're unstable. But the Stoic man stays calm. He doesn't get dragged into games. He sees the test, he smiles, and he carries on. That calm energy is magnetic, and it destroys her need to test you further. Mistake number 9. Apologizing for your standards. Weak men lower their standards just to please women. They accept behavior they don't like. They hide their values because they're afraid she'll leave. But here's the truth. The moment you apologize for having standards, you communicate that you're not worthy of respect. Smart men never do this. They stand firm in their values and expectations. And when you do that, one of two things happens. She either rises to meet you or she leaves. And either way, you win. Recap and final message. So let's recap. Smart men don't over-explain themselves, chase women, reveal too much too soon, try to fix women, neglect their purpose, compete for attention, depend on women for happiness, react emotionally to tests, apologize for their standards. Here's the truth. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to master all 9 at once. But if you simply start avoiding even a few of these mistakes, you'll notice a massive shift. Women will respect you more, they'll desire you more, and most importantly, you'll respect yourself more. And that's what this channel is about. Helping you build unshakable confidence, clarity, and strength, not just in relationships, but in life. So if you haven't already, subscribe right now. Because in the next video, I'm going to reveal something even more powerful. The subtle phrases women say when they're secretly losing attraction for you, and how you can respond with strength instead of desperation. Stay tuned.